Happy New Year! It's 2025! Yay! And another year of dungeoning and dragoning, and another year of videos from D&D with Mystery. Hi, and welcome to D&D with Mystery 63. It's 2025 and time for a whole new restart on the old web videos. So expect more. I'm hoping that this is a good solid restart for me, and you expect lots of Dungeons and Dragons content from me in 2025. The biggest reason I wanted to do this video, which I may delete, is because I wanted to show off my new background. A2. This is where it's going to happen. I'm hoping I can put out more videos more quickly in this controlled environment and be able to give you some good advice and tips for your games. Feel free to leave some comments on the background, how you like it, if there's anything I should change, anything you'd like to see thematically added.
And now for some real D&D content.
I would like to talk to you tonight a little bit about a fun subject, and that is wishes. Wishes are an integral part of the game. Would advise any budding DM or even an experienced DM to think hard and long about whether or not you're going to put wishes into your game. Also, you have to try and decide, do you want to limit the wishes? Do you want to make them happen in a box? Think about your wish giver and whether or not that giver is giving wishes willingly or against because it's compelled, whether it's angry, it may be resentful at its capture, it may be mischievous. Those are kind of fun. Maybe it's not actually planning to help the party, maybe it's going to take whatever wish a party member gives and twists it to its own design. A lot of fun can happen with wishes, but keep in mind this: wishes can change the course of the game. I'll give you an example. I was playing with a party. They were deep into their delving. It had been weeks of underground dungeon crawling, and they were getting close to the end, and they were pretty excited about the possibilities of what was coming up. And they, tired, a long, hard day of fighting, found a room. They opened the door. It wasn't locked. The room was a stone room cut out of hewn from the living rock. 30 by 30 square room, one entrance. The only feature in the room is at the far end of the room, there was a river, an underground river that flowed through. There were stone arches on either side of the river that allowed it to come in and go out, and a little stone parapet along the edge. They decided that, well, there's no monsters in here and we can bar this door, so let's settle in for a nice night of resting and get those hit points back up. And so they settled in to do that. While they were getting ready, the doorbell rings. And it was my pizza. Yum yum, I'm back. So the party is getting ready to spend the night. And one of the party members, Mordred, goes to the river, and he looks inside the river, and he sees a golden lamp, oil lamp. Well, he recognizes this for what it is, pulls it out, and the party is like, don't touch it, let's talk about this, let's blah, 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 blah. He ignores them completely, grabs the lamp, and without any hesitation, rubs it, and the genie comes out, and gives an elaborate speech that ends with, and I grant you these wishes 3. The first thing he does, without even blinking an eye, is, I want the entire party to disappear. And so I went, okay, poof, the entire party is gone. And the outcry, and the party's members, well, we didn't even get a saving throw, all this stuff. Okay, I said, just hang on, see where this goes. All right, he says, I want a magic wand. So I said, okay, fine, you got a magic wand. He didn't even say what kind of magic wand, so I have total control on that one. That one was going to be fine. Then he said, I want a diamond as big as my head. So he wants his solitude, he wants a weapon, and he wants riches. And as soon as he says, I want a diamond the size of my head, one of the guys says, turn his head into a diamond. Which actually wasn't actually the worst idea. And I thought about it. But, so he's super happy. He's looking around. He's a little lonely now. And sort of chuckling to himself and looking around the room. And I said, okay. Poof. The party comes back. And he, what? I said they were to be gone. I said, yeah, but you didn't say for how long. And so the party starts in right on. Hey, give us that, blah, blah, blah. What are you doing? And he says, I waved the magic wand at the party. Yeah, I had no idea what the wand was going to be or what it was going to do, but he waved it at the party anyway. So I flattened the party on the floor. Boom, 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 boom. You all fall down. Well, and again, the same complaints. What? We didn't even get saving throws. So then he's holding the wand, and he looks at the tip of the wand, and he's not sure what to do yet. And I said, as you're watching, the tip of the wand begins to crumble. And it crumbles, and it crumbles, and it crumbles, and then he says, what about my diamond? He looks at the diamond, and I'm like, sure enough, the top is turning black, and before your very eyes, the diamond turns into the carbon that it was created from, and goes through your fingers like a sieve and makes a carbonese puddle on the floor, on the pile on the floor in the room. Well, the party wasted no time in subduing him, unceremoniously removing all of his equipment and armor, and then his clothing, and then they threw him in the river. Well, the river wasn't very deep, so he stood up, and he's standing there, and he's looking at them, and they're looking at him, and this is a party of good, so they didn't want to kill him. So here's where your thinking on your feet as a dungeon master needs to come in, because I had to make something up. And I said, 2 large green scale-covered arms come out of the water, grab your torso, and drag you down the river through the little stonework hole in the wall, and he was never to be seen or heard from again. So that didn't mean these adventures ended. They started again in separate ways. But as you can see from this example, I had to think on my feet, and then I ended up with 2 campaigns instead of 1 campaign. So it was lots of fun, and you roll with it and you make stuff up as you go along, and that's Dungeons and Dragons. And so think about some of these things when you're doing wishes in your parties. And same thing if you're a player. If you're a player, realize that the way you word your wish is going to get twisted and turned by the dungeon master so that it suits his campaign as best as he can, or it's going to get turned on its head and nothing's going to happen of any value for you. So think about it. Think about it when you've got your wishes in your hand. Think very carefully. If you're in good terms with your party, consult with your party rather than just going right on ahead. Or, well, that's D&D, folks. Have a great night. See you next time on D&D with Mystery.